How's it going, my friends? It is February the 27th, 2015, and I got some new tech news for you. Let's start off with Windows 10 and how it is terrible for your laptop's battery life, how it says in this article here from digitaltrends.com. Now, Windows 10 is going to come out soon, and I think it's going to come out this year, actually. And they added this function called battery saver that's supposed to save your battery. But in this article, they actually have a graph here. Let me show it to you guys. Actually, Windows 8.1 outperforms Windows 10 when it comes to battery life. Even after, if you look at this blue line, that's Windows 10 with the battery saver. Even with battery saver on, Windows 8.1 still outperforms Windows 10. And the reason because of this is because, when you add a program to take control and try to save battery, you're actually wasting battery trying to do that. So that's the argument that this article talks about. I will post a link on the description of the video for the 3 articles I will be talking about today. But the way to turn this on, you press the Windows key and then +1, which will launch the settings app, and then you go to systems and then battery saver. That's how you bring it up. And you can customize where it kicks in automatically. In this article, they set it at 20%. And what this program does is it tries to close the programs running in the background. And after Digital Trends doing a test, they found out that it's not the background processes, the background programs that are running that will bring your battery down. It's actually the system whatever programs you have running at that time. In this test, it was Google Chrome using a lot of juice, and your screen. The screen is actually the one that takes up a lot of your power from your battery. And Wi-Fi is only 1%. I always thought Wi-Fi took a lot of power from laptops, but really they don't. It's only 1%, according to this test that they did here. So, it's like I said, you try to check this out. Windows 8.1 clearly outperforms Windows 10 technical preview, even with battery saver turned on. When you add a program to save battery, you're actually wasting battery to do it, like I said. So there's that test. I wanted to show you guys that. When Windows 10 comes out, we can expect our battery to not last as long. All right. Even on load, even when they did this test, even on load means that they're running programs, using it, using a lot of the process from the actual laptop, a lot from the processor, running a lot of programs, I suppose, and it still outperforms Windows 10. It's probably because how Microsoft is; they like to add new stuff to their operating systems all the time. But check out that article, guys. Like I said, I will post links on the description of the video if you guys want to check this out for yourself. In other news, Microsoft. I think the CEO of Microsoft played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or watched Avengers or something, but for some reason Microsoft sees itself as having these. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video here, but anyway, this article says Microsoft plans to add holograms to your daily life. So you're gonna be swimming around, and you're gonna be able to go around plants, and a little thing's gonna come up, and a little digital information about it's gonna come up and tell you how many fish are here. Oh, 31 added. This is some crazy technology. This is like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare type of technology, where every information comes up, everything is a hologram. Look at that. And I will post a link on the description of the video for this video so you can check it out in full. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. So basically our books are going to be digital. This is what Microsoft wants. They made this video. Our books will be digital. I don't know what that is. Pen charging up for ink or something? Who has time to do all that, though? I don't know. But this is what the future supposedly is going to look like. And if it is, I am pretty sure it is going to look like this, but it's probably going to be down the road. Let's fast forward a little bit. So here's this lady at work on her wall bringing up information. It's top candidates. And she's just dragging over everything probably to a flash driver, so I don't know where she's dragging it. Let's fast forward a little bit. This is really cool. Let me find, check this out, guys. So there's these young ladies out and about shopping. She likes that. They're gonna have bracelets that can mimic colors. Now she just got a message. So that's like a smartwatch on steroids. Check that out. That's sick. It's actually pretty cool. Let's fast forward a little bit more. So there she is talking to her dad. He's complaining about arthritis in the knee maybe, and she's able to look into the knee and know what's going on. I mean, this is crazy. Some crazy technology. This is probably like at 2020, the year 2020 when we have this stuff, you know. By that time, probably aliens will be landing here. I'm joking. If you guys don't believe in aliens, you guys are probably offended by that. That's funny. But yeah, that's look at that. That technology is crazy. Let's fast forward a little bit more. There's the wristband again. So that's basically for the project they were doing. I'll go ahead and stop it there. Really cool stuff. The article goes into detail where they got all that from, all that technology, you know, how they made it, where the technology is going to be coming from. Cortana, they talk about Cortana. That's the operating system, or the system that uses all this. And they're talking about artificial intelligence, the revolution with that. So check that out, guys. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I will be posting the links on the description of the video for these articles. All right, let's finish up with the new phones that might be coming up this year. The Mobile World Congress 2015 is coming here soon. It's going to be in Spain, actually. It's going to be hosted in Spain. And Samsung is rumored to be releasing Samsung Galaxy S6. Actually, I'm on the second page here. Let me go to the first page real quick. Let's go to page 1. Alrighty. So, like I said, Samsung is going to be showcasing their Galaxy S6 with a surprise or two. Maybe with a smartwatch. They're saying they might be showcasing a smartwatch also. Wearable gadgets. And so they're going to make the Galaxy, rumors are they're going to make the Galaxy S6 like the Note Edge. You know how it has that edge that you can select things. They said they're going to introduce that to the Galaxy S6. It's going to have a slim profile. And Samsung's already released some teaser trailers on that and posters for the curved line for the S6. So, you know, we already know that's going to come out. Now, HTC is coming out with the M9, and maybe, just maybe, their first wearable ever. They're trying to get into the smartwatch arena, but they're taking their time. But rumors are they might be releasing a smartwatch here soon. So we'll watch them and see what they do there. Let's see what else. LG will be introduced. Actually, LG doesn't have planned anything because it already introduced the G Flex 2 at CES. That was another event that happened. And actually, at CES, Samsung didn't release anything, so they felt bad. So that's why they're going to release it now in this event, the Mobile World Congress of 2015. So LG, we might not see nothing, but they might pump out a couple of mid-range smartphones that we'll see at the show, it says here. I accidentally clicked on that. Hold on. Let me go back. Now, Sony, they probably won't launch a flagship, as said here. The Xperia Z4, but it will launch at least 2 new products. They say the Xperia Z4 tablet, which leaked online, and people got to see a little bit of it, but it has a high-resolution 2K screen and a zippy processor, as well as Sony's signature design style. They can also introduce the Xperia M4 Aqua, which is rumored to be waterproof. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. But Samsung already did that. I think it was their S5 that was waterproof. Let's go ahead and take a look at more news here. That's going to happen in that event at MWC 2015. So Google is working on a project called Project Ara. And I really need to look more into this, but they're making modules for phones, which they're going to be displaying. So basically all these modules that come together and make the phone. They're going to be explaining how phones are made by using 100 different modules on display at the event. It says here attendees will be able to see the components and how to put together a smartphone. That's going to be pretty interesting. And Microsoft will be talking more about Windows 10. Now, Windows 10 technical preview came out. I did download it. I looked into it. I made a video on that if you guys want to check it out. Go on my channel page and go under Windows 10. And there's a technical preview so you guys can check it out. But I went ahead and used it and checked it out. And I think it's a hybrid between Windows 8 and Windows 7. Because everyone was complaining about not having the start button. So Windows 10 will have the start button exactly how it looked in Windows 7 with a Windows 8 interface right next to it. So it's kind of like a Frankenstein thing going on. But we're going to learn more about Windows 10. And actually for their phones, they're going to be introducing Windows 10 for their phones also. I think they already did. Or they're going to start to. I need to research more on that. But their phones are called Lumia, and those are going to be coming out. And they say they're going to be making phones from 40 inches up to 5.7. So the big phones are getting really popular. Microsoft is jumping into that too. And we'll see. We'll see what they do. And they'll have demos at MWC also for Windows 10, it looks like. So Lenovo, they're making a new Vibe phone lineup. And they're not really much of a big name smartphone maker, it says here. It's a Chinese company, and they have a lot of, like it says here, they have a lot of phones to accompany its tablets and PCs. Lenovo, we all know Lenovo. Drivers are a pain for Lenovo. I don't know why those Chinese don't fix that, man. Fix the drivers, guys. Fix the drivers. But anyway, they're going to be using the new Android 5.0 Lollipop. And it could be up to 5.5 inch screens. So Lenovo's jumping into that now too, the big screens. And there are leaked images on that. And they have a curvy metallic body. Cool. Huawei is releasing the Honor. That's a cool name, the Honor ×2, a smartwatch and more. So if Americans don't know much of this company, it's a Chinese company, and they make interesting hardware, it says on this article, and I agree with them. But like they say, it's unlikely we'll see a flagship Ascend P8. That's their flagship. But we will most certainly see the Honor ×2, the latest update to the company's mid-range phablet offering. So they call those big phones phablets. But I'm really surprised with this phone, man. It's a 1080p. It's got 1080p quality video on it. And it's got an octa-core Kirin 925 processor and 3 gigs of RAM. This thing is going to be insane. An octa-core? There's some computers I know that don't even have the power of this phone. An octa-core. That's awesome. And it's half the cost of Samsung Galaxy Note 4. So that's going to be a competitor for the Note for Samsung. Huawei is becoming a competitor for them because it's an octa-core and it's half the price of the Galaxy Note 4. All they need now is a stylus. If they have a stylus, that phone would be awesome. And the ZTE Nubia Z9 and some surprises, hopefully, from ZTE. I really haven't heard much about ZTE until I read this article. But it says rumors have emerged that they're going to do an entry with the premium Nubia range. I think that's their cell phone lineup. It's called the Z9, and we'll have a 5. Everybody's making large screens now. Check that out. And it could be supplied with a Snapdragon 810 processor. Pretty powerful processor. And other surprises, and we'll see what they surprise us with. Apparently they don't know. There's not many rumors with ZTE. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, thanks for watching Tech News. I know I haven't made Tech News in a while, but I wanted to have you guys